Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm here today to do an updated review of this handbag. This is the Bottega Veneta Andiamo in the small size, and I have it in the black. And this one is, it's been such a hyped item, I think last year and the year before. It's kind of like died down this year, but they definitely brought in a lot more colors, styles in the same line, and also just in general, a very fresh take on this. So I wanted to do a review so that you can learn more about this bag and the leather from Bottega in case you're interested. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Emily and I love handbags. I also love fashion, travel, luxury. So if you like any or all of those things, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you'll be notified of my future videos. So I've had this Bottega Veneta Andiamo bag for about 6 months. It's been 6 months since I did the unboxing, and generally I do the review a lot earlier, but while I have used it, I kind of paused using it and then I used it again. So I definitely wanted to give it a very good use before reviewing it. The reason is because this leather is so supple, it's so soft and buttery, and this is the first bag that I have from Bottega. So I really wanted to make sure I test out the leather by using it more than I normally do before doing a review. So that is one of the reasons for why I took a little bit of time to do this review. Now, I think you might have heard about this bag already, but it is a very classic style, so I don't think it'll go out of style. And it has the signature woven leather that Bottega is known for. And I also really like the versatility. So you can wear it on the shoulder like this, or for me, crossbody. Can't really see it. I'll insert a clip right here, but you can also adjust it where, you know, you just pull this and then it becomes a shoulder bag. So it's very nice, and there is also the option to remove it altogether by unclasping this. So you can see now that I've unclasped it, I can remove this and then unthread the whole thing. And then I'm not sure what you would do. I think you can just carry it as a top handle. But yes, there are options. And so without the strap, if you can just imagine it without the strap, this is what it'll look like. Very low key, no logos whatsoever. So if you're like, you know, you want a good quality bag, very unique, good craftsmanship, this is actually one to look at because it's very low key. Let me just tell you a little bit about this bag. This one is a small size. There is a medium size and a large size. And the large is pretty large. It almost looks like a travel bag. But if you are looking for something like that, there are options. There's also a clutch version, and I believe there have, you know, other styles like this, but then with a flap that have come out since. So I have the small one, and I have it in black, but they also have other colors like green, beige, pink, brown, very beautiful colors that I think you can check out. So just a quick look around this bag. As you can see, there is one top handle, 2 straps that gets actually, you know, technically it's one, but you can like move it around. And throughout the body, you can see it's the woven black leather, lambskin, no feet at the bottom, but I guess I can do a little wear and tear now. So you can kind of see, while this is the bottom, I don't put it on the ground. I do put it on like tables, chairs, you know, places like that. And then you can see that wear and tear wise, it's been very, very good. So I was using this today actually, and I have not noticed any wear and tear, not to the handle, not to like the side of the bag if I wear it against the body. Yeah, the corners look great, and the strap, it's braided, but I don't see any peeling, any off color. And then the top piping right here, I don't see any cracks at all. And then the inside's all leather. You can see it's the same quilted leather. And then there's like a bottom flat piece of leather there. It's going to be hard to show you, but there are some scuffs on the bottom piece of leather, which is a smooth leather, but that's expected because I'm throwing things in there. So there is going to be some wear, but there's nothing like gouged. There's no like discoloration. There's no peeling. You can just see some scuffs, and that is expected. There's also a zipped pocket right here, which I have never used, but it's also leather lined, so buttery soft. Everything feels so buttery soft. I think this is one of the softest leather bags that I own, and rightly so. This is lambskin, so it does have a more supple material kind of feeling. It is very, very nice. I was very worried about it when I first got it because while I liked the touch of this lambskin leather, I was also very worried. But one thing that I kind of got over and gave it a try anyway is because it has all this weaving. So I was hoping that the texture, the natural texture of the bag, even if there were a scratch, it would kind of get hidden in. And also with lambskin, you should be able to buff out the scratches, minor scratches. And I have not had to do any of that. So far so good. I forgot to mention, there is also a version of this Andiamo bag where this strap part right here, this braided strap, is actually chain strap. So some people like it better because when you're like moving it through, people think that the chain strap could be more durable. I thought about that, but I also felt that the weight of this chain strap was just too much adding onto this. This piece of metal right here, this bow, it's so heavy that if you like just held it like this, over time, let me just move it around, it kind of droops. It starts to fall. And it's because it's so heavy. Imagine the entire chain, the strap with chains. It's going to make the bag so much heavier, and I just didn't want that. So fortunately, having used this for now 6 months, I would say I've used it for maybe 2 or 3 dozen times. And I do wear it crossbody and shoulder, so I do move this strap quite a bit. And anytime you kind of open the bag, it also moves the strap through this through the bag, right, like so. And I can report that the strap does not look damaged. So if you're in between, you know, this bag with the braided strap or the chain strap, and your worry is, you know, longevity or wear, I would say from what I've seen, there is not visible wear on this strap. So if that is your reasoning and kind of on the fence, I would not worry about that. At least I have not noticed it. So how I usually wear it is I usually wear it actually on the shoulder. I love wearing it like this. It's very comfortable. This lies like at a good length on my body, and I could like put my arm against it and it feels super secure and super like comfortable. But I have also worn it a lot as a crossbody bag because you can like easily sling it and then run, and then you have both hands available. It doesn't slide off your shoulder. And the last way I like is just holding it like so. You can slip it through your wrist. It is a little snug, so if you have a big hand or if you are wearing something very thick, you may have trouble sliding it through, but you can definitely hold it. And I love doing this hold when I am, you know, just standing, grabbing something, or if I'm getting into the car and I need to take it off my shoulder, I hold it using this so it doesn't swing around and hit everything. I do not wear it on one shoulder because it's too long for my body. I'll insert a photo here as well for that. And I know somebody had asked me in the comments of the other video, the unboxing video, you wanted to see how it compares on me because you're very similar in height. I would say it's probably great for the crossbody, but not for the shoulder. And yes, it is not something that you can really adjust the strap. I mean, you can probably tie a knot, but I don't like to damage it. So either you wear it crossbody, doubled up on the shoulder. I would not wear it single strap on the shoulder because it is going to be a little bit long. I am 5'1" or 155 centimeters. If you're taller than me, you probably can pull off the one shoulder long wear. But if you're my height or shorter, you probably cannot, but the crossbody should be fine. So now I'm going to show you what fits in this bag. All right, so I'm going to show you what fits inside this bag. There are a few compartments that actually can be moved. So you see this flap? This flap actually has slip pockets, which I don't use very often, but it actually divides the bag into two. It can be removed, and it does go all the way down to the bottom, and like you can see that it goes through. So it's not something that like actually separates fully, but so I don't actually use it very often. So I actually tuck it underneath. That way this can close, the magnetic part. Otherwise, if you look here, it can close, but it's not as strong because it has to go through this leather piece. So this is how I usually wear it. I have an iPad mini here with a case that can fit in here. So that's very nice. Actually, the better place to put it is back here, because it'll get kind of nested behind here with these handles that come in. You can also put a notebook. This one is the new one that I just unboxed from Hermes, so it's the long, not the Ulysses, but yeah, it is really nice. So that can also go in here, like right next to that as well. And then I have a mini pochette accessoire, and this one is currently filled with my headphones. I have a Dior lip and then a hair clip, but you can obviously put a little bit more in here as well, like a hair tie or something else. But yeah, that will go in here as well. A Louis Vuitton clay, and that can go in there. And then my wallet that I'm using right now, this is the Chanel one, which I really like. It's compact, but it can hold a bunch of cards, so that goes in there. And then my phone, I have the Pixel, and then that can also easily go in there, and this still closes like so. If I had a pair of sunglasses, which this one has the case, I can put it on top, but then I won't be able to close it anymore, which is fine, because if I just held it like this, it doesn't really bulk up too much. I can easily grab it. I probably will end up getting a soft case like this, and then that can close. So as you can see, let's say I'm going to take out the pochette accessoire, I'm going to take out this notebook, I'm just going to have my wallet, my clay, my phone. You can put a water bottle, so this is an 8-ounce water bottle, and that goes nicely in there. So you can see it looks just fine. And then if you get a bigger water bottle, so this one is a 16.9 or half a liter, so 500 milliliters. That one can fit, but it's gonna, so you can snap, it'll magnetically close, but you can see it peeking out. So it doesn't look as nice. So if, but if you did have it, you can put it in here and it will fit. It'll just peek out. Without those water bottles, you can definitely put the big case, the sunglass case in here, and that'll close as well. So this one has such a big capacity because the leather is woven. It does have a lot of give. I don't ever like to overfill it though, because I don't want it to lose its shape, but yeah, it can fit quite a bit. All right, so now that you see what fits in this bag, let's go through the pros and cons of this bag. So let's start with the pros first. I love how buttery soft, how delicate it feels, but how durable the material is. I love the craftsmanship. It looks so unique. Each piece is like braided in, so it does create such a unique texture that is not printed, but it's actually part of the kind of the art of the bag. And they do have raw edging right here on each of these straps that are weaved in, but I have not noticed any wear. In fact, the wear overall has been barely nothing. I don't see any wear on the outside. I do see some scuffs on the inside smooth leather, but because it's such a big piece and I put things in there, obviously, I could see why it gets scratched. And I know with lambskin, you can definitely buff it out if it's a minor scuff. I love how it is versatile, that I could wear it crossbody, but also on the shoulder, very easy, adjusting. And the braided strap is also very durable. Like, I have not noticed any wear. It does fit a lot of things. So this is actually my medium-sized kind of bag. So if I wanted something that I want to still look polished, dressed up, I don't want to bring a tote, this is the one that I would go for. The reason's because, some of these bags are too small, so that they're great for going out, for dressing up, but they don't fit enough. And so if I want to bring my iPad mini, if I want to bring a notebook, if I want to bring a water, this is the bag that I would grab without grabbing a tote. So it does fill a void in my collection. And because it's able to be worn so many ways, I always grab this. In the beginning, I babied it a little bit because I was worried about some scuffs. Oh, actually, I do see some scuffs now, but it's so minor. Right there on this one, I don't know if you can see it. If I held it in the light, you can see a slight scuff. So I do see a scuff, but it is so minor that after like maybe 5 wears, I didn't see any wear and tear. I was like, it's not as delicate as I thought. So that is definitely a big pro. Another pro is that while it's so buttery soft, I actually do not use an organizer. I do stuff it, so I have this little pillow that I got from a Dior beauty thing, and I just stuff it at the bottom when I'm not using it, but that's all I do. I don't use an organizer, and because it's supposed to have a slouchy look, so I didn't want an organizer to keep it, you know, very rigid. It's kind of like molds, but it holds its shape. So it's amazing. I can't stress that enough. Oh, this is gonna make me want to get another Bottega bag, I think. Yeah, so let's move on to the cons. This is not an inexpensive bag. For the small size, it currently retails for $4,500 US. For the chain version, that is still a small size, is $4,800. And if you go into the medium size, you're looking at $5,500. And the biggest size is $8,400 US. And then the clutch that I mentioned, that one's I think $2,950. So it is a little bit less, but it also holds less. So it is quite pricey. I think it's worth it. I actually, if you watch my unboxing video, I actually got this for a really good price because I bought it from Hawaii. There's the Hawaii pricing, which saves you 10 to 15%. So I did do that. But from what I recall, since I bought this 6 months ago, they have not had a price increase. So I think it stayed around $4,500 for the mainland US. Now, I think that's still a lot of money, which is why I think it's a con. But if you do travel to Hawaii or, you know, somewhere where you can get the exchange rate to be a little better, I think it's worth picking up, especially if you're looking for something like this, convertible, soft, buttery, holds its shape, quite durable. Another con I would say doesn't have feet. Because this is such a buttery soft bag, I do hope that this will not get damaged over time. So far it's been okay, but I do worry about it. If I place it somewhere, if it's, you know, if I drag it a little bit, it could get damaged. However, I do realize that with feet, even on the soft texture, it could just sink in. So maybe that's why they don't have it. But yeah, another con I would say is how heavy this piece is. So if I'm just holding it like this, over time, it will start sagging, and kind of look weird like this. So I find myself having to like pull this back to like rehold it like this. If you're wearing it on crossbody, it automatically is going to be held tight because it's taut like this. But also if you wear it like this, it's a lot harder to get into the bag because it cinches. So you kind of have to like remove it from your shoulder to kind of loosen this, to give it some slack, and then you can get into the bag. If you wear it on the shoulder with the doubled up strap, you can still get in here because there is some slack, so you can get in here no problem. So this last con, which for me is not that big of a con, is that the only thing holding this together is the snap material, which I don't know, it seems very weak, but I don't need it very strong because I don't want to damage the leather by like ripping it apart. So it's very easy to get to, close, but that's applies to somebody else. If they try to stick their hand in here, they can easily do that. And if it fell, I think if you have enough stuff in there, it could just fall out. This magnetic closure is not going to do much. So that is sort of a con for somebody, I think. So I'm just going to bring that up. Oh, one more, maybe a con. It's not been a problem for me, but this top handle is quite rigid. If you want to put something in, you do have to like maneuver it a little bit to get in there, but it's not too bad. But I just thought I mentioned that as well. So overall, what do I think of this bag? I think you can tell I love it a lot. I got it in black, so I think if there were any like color transfers, I wouldn't really know about it too much. Like none that I can really tell. And you know, because it's black, it goes with so many things in my closet, and I've been using it a lot as a sort of medium-sized bag, so like still dressed up, but I can fit a lot of things in there. I love how buttery soft it is. It's my first Bottega bag with this lambskin weaved kind of material, but oh my gosh, it's so nice, and it's still not ridiculously delicate. So I am so glad I picked this one up, and I would pick it up again, probably in Hawaii because I can get Hawaiian pricing. I don't think this will be my last Bottega Veneta bag. So there you are. If you are interested in how I got this from Hawaii, I will link the unboxing video below. I hope I answered all of your questions that you had from the other video, but if I didn't, I will respond below. I will also link a bunch of these below for you. I think there are some cheaper options for pre-owned as well, so I'll list all of that below if you're interested. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!